Hi, and welcome to my YouTube channel. That is never a sentence I thought I'd say. My name is Marissa, and I am a California girl currently living in the Dallas area. If you want to get more videos in terms of either home organization, arts and crafts, simple DIYs, sewing crafts, you name it. I kind of have a broad spectrum, hence the name, from hem to stem, going from, you know, hemming a dress or all the way to gardening or, you know, anything that has to do with plants. That's kind of where my passions sort of lie, is everything in between. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump right into what this video is all about. So the whole idea of 5 days of one eyeshadow palette kind of came up with the idea just from the lack of space. I sort of recently moved to a studio apartment where I have a very small bathroom and a very small vanity area. And also another thing about me is I do freelance modeling, and 90% of the time I have to do my own makeup. So over the years I've accumulated a bunch of different eyeshadow palettes, certain concepts they're going for, and I needed like colored eyeshadows or warmer eyeshadows or cooler eyeshadows. I kind of bought palettes based off of that, and also to just if something interests me. So with that being said, I have a bunch of different eyeshadow palettes, and because of my small vanity, they would just kind of stack on there, and it would be one of those things where it's just like I would end up using the eyeshadow palette on top and none of my other products would get used. I felt like it was kind of wasteful. In order for me to use all this stuff, I thought, why not, you know, each week just switch up the eyeshadow palette and, you know, use that eyeshadow palette for the week so that way it gets used, and then change to another one in the next week. But I figured maybe it was just a way to make sure you are utilizing all the things that you have. Right now, as I'm filming this, we are currently still in quarantine. I'm in week 3, and I know a lot of people are kind of stuck at home, and so I thought this also would be another way to also challenge yourself, or, you know, just give you something to do. Maybe try looks that you wouldn't have tried if you were doing your normal daily basis. I know personally, when it comes to makeup on my day-to-day, I really don't wear that much. I, you know, wake up and put a little concealer on, bronzer, highlight, put the bronzer in the crease, put on mascara, and out the door I go. So just to give you a little bit of a background on that and where that idea came from, I by no means am a makeup artist. I have learned based off of watching YouTube like yourself, and when different makeup artists have worked on me, I kind of like to ask questions and see how they're doing things, and, you know, just kind of learning from there. This week, the palette we're going to use is the COSMETICS Sante Fe palette. This is definitely a more of a warmer tone palette. I got this, I want to say, last summer, and it was actually from a YouTuber's recommendation, the YouTuber Taylor Wynn. Previously, that Taylor, I will link her channel down below. She is actually one of my favorite YouTubers, and I watch her all the time. This is the palette that we are using this week, and I'll go ahead and switch to the footage of the looks I made. Good morning, guys. It's Monday, and this is going to be the first day that we're going to be doing the palette in 1 week. I'm going to start out with the shade Adobe. Where are you, Adobe? Next we're going in with the shade Clay. Okay, next we're going to go into the shade Soul. I think on camera it's looking a lot more orange than it is in person. When all done, I will show the final look in natural lighting. I'm going to go back into Adobe which was this guy right here. Yeah, go back into Adobe, which is that guy right there, just to blend everything again into the crease. I'm going to take that color next to Soul called Sand. Make sure you're in focus. I'm going to take that color and I'm going to put that on my brow bone and inner corner. Now I'm looking at this with on the inner corner. I'm wondering if it's a little too golden to be in my brow bone, so I may just go back to my highlighter I used to go over in the brow bone. And then I actually will go off camera and add my mascara, add the highlighter, and I will be right back. Hi guys, I'm back. I've added my highlight, which I used the e.l.f. Glow Gleam Beam highlight, and what I did is put this shade just in my brow bone. I like to do that a lot because I usually use this as my highlight, but this just adds, like, I don't put too much and I just add like a little, hopefully you're focused. There. Then I add just a little bit here. And then for mascara, I thought black mascara would just be a little too harsh. So what I used is the ColourPop Volumizing Mascara in the color Brownie Points. And I like this because, especially with like warm tones, I liked how the brown, it defines, but it's not super overpowering and, you know, that like black mascara usually is. But I'm going to go over and show you what the final look looks like in natural lighting. So I'm in front of my window and this is the final look, natural lighting. As you can see, that Adobe color pulls a lot more orange. Sorry if my hand is like super shaky. Yeah, you can see it pulls a lot more orange. So here's Monday's look. Hi, happy Tuesday. Since I am going to be going out to the park just to get outside and things like that, I think I'm going to go with a little bit of a lighter look, but I still want to kind of go with the orange and mustard color that I have going on. So the first color I'm actually going to go with, I'm actually going to do a little bit more simple look today. I think I'm going to go with this one, and this is the color Arrow. And I'm going to put this in my crease. So I think what I'm going to do is actually going to take this shade right here called Dune. Make sure it's in focus. And I'm actually going to take this Morphe M504 brush. It's a pretty fluffy brush, so I don't want anything too dense. And I'm going to just kind of wash it very, very gently over it. One, to help blend it more, and then maybe diffuse the color just a touch. As I've said in the intro, I'm not like a professional makeup artist. I haven't been like professionally trained, but I have, you know, pretty sure like many of you watched YouTube, and then on top of it, with the modeling I do on the side, like in having different makeup artists work on me, I kind of watch what they do sometimes and just kind of take the techniques, or I like to ask questions, as you know, because you know, when you're sitting in a chair for sometimes an hour or 2 hours, you know, you want to have things to talk about. So actually I'm gonna leave it like that. I like how that kind of turned out. I know it's very similar to yesterday's look, but this palette is very orange and warm. So what the next thing I'm going to do for another like kind of wash of color and to brighten things up a little bit, I think I'm going to take this Morphe M1617 brush, and I'm going to take the color Sante, right here, and I'm gonna pack that all over the lid. I don't know if this is because maybe I had something else in brush, but this like seems a little more pinky than I thought it was gonna be. Because in the pan it's pretty, well, I guess there's a little bit of pink, but I feel like it's pretty yellow. It's not gonna focus for me. But yeah, it's you can kind of see from here compared to like these yellows where it's like it is a little, there's a touch of pink in there, but honestly I'm not mad at it. And then let's see, I think what I'll do, actually I'm gonna just leave it at that. It's just simple with a little bit of color to kind of go with my outfit and the gold accessories that I have. I'll go ahead and add a little bit of inner corner highlight and brow bone highlight with my highlighter, the same one I used yesterday, and apply mascara. Okay, so here is the final look. I added the same inner corner highlight from yesterday from this e.l.f. Glow Gleam Beam palette. And then I also used the same ColourPop BFF mascara and brownie points. I really am liking that mascara for just like everyday stuff because it's not overly powering, but it still defines like my lashes, like I look more awake. So even if I didn't wear makeup, I still feel like I would at least wear mascara because it definitely, you know, makes me look more awake. Definitely not a morning person, so anything to kind of make me look more awake, even though I may not exactly be fully awake, is always a plus. But yeah, I'll go ahead and show you in natural lighting. So here's the look in natural lighting. The sun is a little more out than yesterday, but here is the look. Hey guys, happy Thursday. It's actually a little bit later in the day. That's the thing about with this whole quarantine thing, you don't feel the need to get up early and be ready right away, and that's kind of how I'm feeling today. So today I'm actually going to go a little bit darker and go into a little bit of the darker browns, I'm thinking, maybe more of the shimmers. So I'm gonna start off actually with Adobe again as a transition color. I'm actually going to go into Canyon right here. That had a lot of fallout and kickback in the pan, just so you know. A lot more pink tone than what I was expecting. It's in the pan, there's some pink. Well, let me see. No, it's actually matching pretty good. I think it's just this lighting's messing with me, but... And I'm more of a, not so much a pink person. So you can see, like, in my bathroom there's like a blue towel. I am currently wearing blue, much more blue than a pink person, but that's okay. I'm going to go back into that Adobe color and just kind of blend that a little more. I'm using I'm using a Morphe M167 brush, and I think I'm going to go into Route 66, which is that color right here, and I'll pack that more on like the inner third of the lid, because I haven't really touched on these shimmers that much. That's what shadows are looking like. In the viewfinder, it definitely looks a lot more orange than it does in person. It's definitely a lot more terracotta. Actually take the color, or the shade, Sante, and I'm going to put that in my brow bone and in my inner corner, since this has a lot more of a pink look. My hair is just, it's on day 5, and I wanted to give it a break from, you know, having it up, but I also needed it out of my face because it's been bugging me. But that's okay, I'm in need of a haircut, but once this whole quarantine thing ends, I think I'll go get it done. But let me just pop off real quick and put on some mascara, and then I'll show you in natural lighting. Here's the look in natural lighting. It's a little bit gloomy outside, but here it is. Happy Friday! We have made it through the week. Oh my goodness. So here we are. Now I'm going to actually do, maybe I'm thinking I'm going into that blue. So what I'm going to start out with actually is, I'm going to start out with Dune and kind of put that in the crease and all over the lid. I'm just going to take a different brush. This is a little Packer brush from like Five Below. I got it at as a gift, and but it'll do the job. So I'm actually gonna take the color, or the shades, I keep saying color, the shade Spirit right here, which is a shimmer. I'm gonna put that all over my lid. I'm going to take the shade Rio Grande, and I'm going to kind of like line it on the lower lash line. Take a small little brush from the same Five Below set. And I'm going to go into the color Sante. I'm going to put that in the inner corner. Okay, so I added a little gloss, and then mascara. I actually added black mascara this time. What I used was the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. It's a waterproof version. And then this actually surprised me. I mean, it's not super chunky, like in terms of like your lashes being like clumpy or anything like that. Yeah, I feel like it gave me actually a lot of length. A little bit of volume, just like a touch of everything, and it's waterproof. So yeah, I said that's the black mascara that I used. Here is the look in natural lighting. Hello, happy Saturday. I think today I'm going to do an all matte look. So here we go. I'm going to start with Adobe again. This has been pretty much my go-to for transition shades, either that one or Dune. Okay, and I think in the outer corner I'm going to go with the color Casitas, or Casita. Ooh, this one has a lot of kickback. Just be aware, like, just to show you. And I'm gonna go into the outer corner with that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back in with Adobe. Can I just blend that out just a little bit? I'm on day 6 of my hair, so as you can imagine, it is not cooperating. I'm gonna take a clean fluffy brush, just kind of blend that a little bit more. Okay, so I have a Eco Tools kind of flat, kind of pecker brush. I don't know if you can see it. For some reason it won't focus, but what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go into the color Rancho, which is definitely out of my comfort zone because it's a purple color. I think it's definitely one of those colors that you definitely have to pack on to really get that pigment, but it is matching what's going out. What am I trying to say? It matches the color in the pan. Go into Casita again. I'm actually gonna bring it on the lower lash line just a little bit. Just gonna blend it because right now it feels very top heavy. Right there. Okay, so for whatever reason my camera cut off back there, but I put the color Santini in the inner corner and Brad's Brow Bone highlight, and then I added that same Essence mascara, but here's the final look. So that was the 5 days of using this palette. My final thoughts on it is I think the eyeshadows were great. I think they blended very well, you know, coming from a novice for the most part. I think the pigmentation is good. I noticed a lot of the shadows had a lot of, I guess, fallout or kickback, whatever you want to call it. I'm not 100% an expert on the terminology. And if that bothers you, for me personally, it doesn't really bother me. I mean, makeup, it's messy. It's, you know, it is what it is. But they're like, overall, is it a palette that I would constantly reach for? It just depends, probably more so in the summer, and I think that's why they launched this in the summer, because it is a very warm tone palette. I mean, come on, it's Santa Fe, based off of a city in New Mexico, and just based off of the whole look of everything and even the packaging, it's like more of a summer kind of palette. So I can see myself definitely reaching for it. The one thing I want to point out is that it seemed like, and I'm sure you saw in the footage, it seemed like a lot of the colors, like they seemed fairly close to the colors in the pan. I know that's a big thing, and but overall I thought I mean I enjoyed it. I created some cool looks with it. I feel like it definitely pushed me out of my comfort zone, which is honestly why not at this time. I mean, I'm not going anywhere, I'm not doing anything, so but for the most part I thought it was great. As you can see, I'm wearing the last look, but honestly it's like, for me, this also came from the idea of a lot of brands manufacture eyeshadow palettes like, oh, you can make any look with this, you can do anything with this, this is your one-stop shop kind of a thing, and it's one of those things, is like this kind of challenge puts it to the test. Now, I don't know if I invented this challenge. If I didn't and you know who did, please let me know in the comments. I would love to give credit where credit's due. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you take this challenge for yourself, and if so, let me know. Send me pictures. My Instagram is @FromHemToStem. Go ahead and follow me over there. That's where you can see all the day-to-day stuff that I do. And I will, oh, Also hit the subscribe button, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up as well, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!